Have you ever wondered how people are actually making money on YouTube? If so, you are in the right place because today I'm going to tell you exactly how I was able to generate more than $10,000 in a very short period of time with a very small YouTube channel and how you can too. I want to tell you, what led me to making the money on YouTube. I want to show you exactly how I made the money and how I'm helping other people just like you build their brands on YouTube. Hello, 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 bold, brave, and brilliant ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm Angela Durant, and my friends call me Ange, and you can too. And if you're new here, I want to extend a very special welcome to you. Thank you again for joining, for tuning in. And if you like what you hear here, please like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. We have a tiny little channel and we are trying to grow, and we would love it if you join us. All right. So, let's go ahead and dive into the topic because this is a topic that I don't typically talk about, but I felt like when you know something, you should share it, especially with your friends and with all of my clients, right? So when I started my YouTube channel, I never imagined that it could become a source of income. That was really not my intention behind starting it, but it has, and it's generated over $10,000 in a very short period of time with a small channel. And you can create this too. I'm hoping that in all that you hear me say today, you're thinking about yourself, right? And you're thinking about, well, if she can do it with not being tech savvy, not having a ton of confidence on camera, like not knowing how to do all this, that you can too. Okay. And I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking it's impossible with a small channel to even generate revenue. But that isn't the truth. The truth is that you can, and I'm going to show you how shortly. One of the things that I created was a case study program, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But in the case study program with my clients, I show purpose-driven women just how, like step by step, how to leverage their YouTube presence for other opportunities to create monetization, right, for their channel, even when they don't have a ton of subscribers. Because some people are worried that they're like, but I don't have a lot of people watching. I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of subscribers. And you don't need a ton of subscribers to be able to generate revenue on YouTube. And I'll share that with you in just a moment. But first, let me tell you what led to me actually being here on YouTube. I started with creating this YouTube channel to document my weight loss journey. I struggled with weight all of my life. I've tried everything, right? I've done all the things. And I was starting on a GLP-1 medication. For those of you who are not familiar with that, it is, you may know these medications, they're for weight management, obesity management. They're those drugs, they're injectables. And so you probably are familiar with Ozempic or Wegovy or Saxenda or Mounjaro. The medication that I'm taking is called Zepbound. And so I started out on this journey with Zepbound, and I wanted to create a community of people who will hold me accountable, who are like-minded, who are going on a journey too. And so that's what led me here to YouTube. I had no idea about monetization or how to do it. I just assumed it was really hard and you had to be really big channel to be able to do that. Well, while I'm on the journey, and I'm still on my journey, I haven't gotten to my goal weight yet, but in just 34 weeks, I've lost, I want to say over, but I've lost exactly 68 pounds. I've lost 68 pounds. It's hard for me to even fathom that I lost that much because I had gastric bypass and I only lost like 30 something pounds, never 68 pounds on with the gastric bypass, which is much more severe than taking this medication. But I did that in just 34 weeks. And as I came on YouTube to document that, and it's really helped. I've been able to build a wonderful community. It's so supportive and has really helped me. I think they're part of my weight loss success. But I had no idea. I was blindsided by the revenue opportunity because I wasn't looking for it, right? Just kind of like slapped me upside my head, right? It was pretty much that easy. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more about that. But I had no idea that that would ever happen. And it happened really fast. I've since learned that there's a lot of things that there are a lot of moving parts with YouTube, right? But I learned a lot since I started. And here's what I know. What I know is that you have a ton of potential, right? I mean, there are YouTube channels about just about everything. So the people that are in my community are typically professionals, you're high performers, you're purpose driven, mostly women. There are a few good men, but mostly women. And you've experienced things, right? You have some great experience that you can share with the world, and you can leverage it on YouTube. And so a lot of people don't realize the power of building an online presence. I know because I did not even know how powerful it could be. But what I do know is that the world is changing, and it's changing faster and faster than ever before. And at no other time in history has it been more powerful to have an online presence than right now, right? People who have an online presence are making the most impact. They're generating the most revenue. They're living the best life, right? Because they have more control over their time. They are people who are building their presence online, right? They are people who are telling their stories online. They're people who are having a brand, right? They're building a brand, becoming thought leaders online. And through that, they help. They're serving a lot of people because the reach is incredible online. And I think one of the best places to do that is YouTube. Is YouTube. I've been on the other platforms. I haven't seen anything like it. I will say that to me, YouTube was a true partner because they want to push your content out there. That's the reason why a lot of small creators, I will be considered like a nano creator, content creator, because I only have 2,800 followers, which I love all of you followers. Thank you so much for the subscribers. But I don't have a million, right? It's not a huge channel. And but YouTube has got your back, right? I found that's been my experience, that they're still pushing out my content in front of people, even though I'm a teeny tiny channel. Okay. And they'll do the same thing for you. So you might be saying to yourself, like, why do I need to listen to you? Why should I listen to you? Well, let me tell you, you should listen to me because only about 3% of YouTube channels ever reach the monetization threshold. And in order to get monetized to become a YouTube partner, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months, right? And my channel monetized in only 45 days. 45 days, that's 6 weeks. My channel, I was invited to the partner program, and my channel monetized on YouTube. Okay. The average YouTube channel earns about $18 per 1,000 ad views. You know, when people, you see those ads run on the videos, if they're monetized, they can share that revenue. And for every ad that's run, that makes that's run on your content, you can generate revenue from that. The average YouTube channel makes $18 per 1,000 ad views. My channel earns anywhere from $20 to $30 per 1,000 ad views. So that's a reason to listen to me. Also, channels that have 100,000 subscribers. Now, you heard me right when I said we only have 2,800. But channels that have 100,000 subscribers typically earn about $12,000 a year. We only have 2,800 subscribers and have earned more than 10,000 in just about 6 weeks. Okay. But not just from ads. And I'm going to tell you exactly about that in just a second. But first, I want to share my back and numbers with you. So, you know, for those of you like, let me see what you're doing. I will share it with you. Hang on 1 second. Let me just share my screen and I will share my back end with you. Let's see. YouTube is really great with analytics, so you can easily see how you're performing, right? So based on the numbers that you see on the screen right now, this is my current number since I've been on YouTube. I've had 100, my channel has gotten 151,156 views. That means people have watched the actual content. I've had 22.4 thousand watch hours. So people are staying. My content is typically longer form content. People are staying to watch the content. And the metric that you can't see here, so I have 2,814 subscribers. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my little channel. It does help us. But the one metric that you can't see here that's on another page is the impressions, meaning that what YouTube has done to put you in front of, you know, YouTube users. And it's almost it's 1.8 million people. It's almost 1.9 million people that YouTube has put my content in front of. So YouTube is very powerful, and it's pushing my content out in front of other people so that they can see it. And some people don't click on your content the very first time. Sometimes it's the second time. Sometimes it's the eighth time. But YouTube keeps putting it in front of them. And it would do the same for you, even if you're a small channel. You see, my channel is not huge. And then the revenue piece, that is real revenue, $1,529.43. Now, it's not a ton of revenue. I make $100 here, $200 there, $300 there. But I would be making videos anyway because I love my community. And for that money to show up in your bank account, and mine comes the 22nd of every month. It shows up in my bank account. It's fantastic. It's like a cherry on top of a wonderful sundae, right? So, but that isn't where the money is really made. I'm going to show you that in just a second, because you might say, well, that's nice money, $1,500. That's pretty nice, but that ain't 10,000. No, it's not 10,000. But I'm going to share that with you in just a second. All right, let me stop sharing that for a second. I hope that is helpful. It's pretty incredible the kind of reach that you can have on YouTube. Like, I am blown away by it. And for those of you who don't know, Google is the #1 search engine in the world, and Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So people are looking, they can find you. There's over, I think I read that it was 2.7 billion active users on YouTube every month. Not every year, every month, 2.7 billion with a B. Okay. So they're there. So the people who you're here to serve, you're called to serve, are here too. Okay. So I monetize my channel in just 45 days. They reach out to you. They'll send you all the paperwork. You set up your bank account. You give them the information. And for me, or on the 22nd of every month, they wire the money to me. Okay. It's a pretty sweet deal. So how could I not tell you about that? How could I not share that with all of you as well? And it's not as hard as you would think. It's not as hard as you would think. Even if you've have a channel and you're like, well, my channel's not really getting a lot of views. I have another channel that's not getting a lot of views. I didn't pay any attention to that channel because I wasn't here to monetize. I just started another channel for weight loss. But when I did it this time, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a brand strategist. So when I was creating my channel this time, I was creating it through the lens of a brand strategist. And I was taking notes along the way of all the things that worked. And as soon as I would find that something that would work, I'd share it with all of my clients. So like, do this, do this, do that, right? And so I have a playbook of what works on YouTube, and I want to share that with you. Okay. So most people, so let's talk about the revenue. Let's talk about the revenue piece. Because most people really focus on YouTube ad revenue. I teach my clients to focus in a different area. They focus on YouTube ad revenue because that's what everybody's talking about. In order for you to make ad revenue, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But some people don't make it there quickly. It takes them a long time to get there. But don't worry, you don't have to generate revenue. Okay. When everybody's focusing over here, let that generate revenue on its own in its own time. But you're going to take the bull by the horns by doing something different. And that different thing that you're going to do, that I teach my clients how to do, is create offers. You're going to create offers. And I tested this out, and if I make $1,000 from YouTube ad revenue, I can make it $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 in generating in offers, making offers, right? So many people are focusing over here. And the real money to be made is over here, right? I'm not saying you can't make a ton on an ad revenue. You can, but you might need 1 million subscribers to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? Yes, I would love my channel to have 1 million subscribers, but I don't want to have to wait to get there. Okay. So that's creating offers that serve your community, right? Offers that can support them, offers that can help them in ways that you know how to help them. And I feel like I know that this isn't for everybody, and people who follow me, some of them are not here for this, and I get that. But how can I think it's irresponsible of me to know this and not share it with my community. Many people struggle to pay for their medications, right? The medications that we're on is very expensive. They struggle with that. Some people could just use the extra cash to take a vacation or to buy new clothes because you're getting skinny, right? For whatever reason it is, it's an opportunity for you. And I don't know, it's almost like the floodgates are open for small content creators. I don't know how long that will last, but I know that now is the time. So if you're dragging your feet, if you were thinking about it, if you're like, maybe I should, now is the time. If you're somebody who is an entrepreneur, you need to be creating content on YouTube because it will blow up your brand. And people have told me that they've had a lot of traction on TikTok. I'm not a TikTok user, but what I will say is that I think the people who come to my channel are not like, the instant, like, how there's, regular grits or regular oatmeal, right? And then there's the instant stuff. I feel like the instant stuff is TikTok, and the people who want their old fashioned rolled oats, right? They want the good content that is maybe a little bit longer form, and they have the time to spend with you on YouTube. That's what YouTube is for me. That's how I see it. And I think that's why I like it, because I like spending quality time with my audience. Okay. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you is it's a myth. So it's a myth, right? That you can't make money on YouTube, that you have to have a big audience to do it. That's not true. And that you don't have to just focus on ad revenue. I can help show you how to get to that point, right? Everybody's results are going to be different. I cannot make any promises. But what I can say is I can show you how I did it, and I won't leave anything back, right? I'll give you exactly the step-by-step, the playbook, right? That's how I teach my clients, but I teach them to make offers. They're focusing over here on offers. Okay. And then I will say, so that's where the 10K plus came from. It's a little over 16 actually now, but that's where that revenue came from. And if that's something that you're interested in, if you're like, you know what, I've been wanting to do YouTube for a while, or I have a channel, but it's not really growing in the way that I want it to be growing, then I would love to help you, because I really believe in what is happening here. And I was surprised by it, but I feel like there's an opportunity here. I don't know how long the opportunity will be, but while it's here, I want everybody who's in my community to be able to take advantage of it. And you too, if you're just finding us here. So creating offers, that's what you want to do. And if you're interested in it, I'm happy to help you. I just I'm helping, just like I'm helping other people who are in my community that are part of my what we're calling the case study group. Right now, I'm doing this case study group that I mentioned a little bit earlier. And it's for people who are really serious about building their brand online, right? So if you're just looking to dabble, it's not for you, because it is an investment. To apply, it's free. The application is absolutely free, but it is a substantial investment. So if that's not something that you're like, I just thought one day I might want to have a YouTube channel, it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for people who are serious about building a brand online. They want to build their presence. They want to generate more influence online. You're looking to be a thought leader. You're looking to have more impact in, the lives of other people. You want to have greater reach. I told you that YouTube has put my thumbnails, my videos in front of almost 1.9 million people. So the reach is there, and the people that you're serving is there on YouTube. But that's who it's for, people who want to generate more income. You want to generate revenue for your business, you want to generate income for your family. Those are the people who I'm looking to serve with this, because I want to spend some, serious time with you, privately, to help you build it. Okay. So I can't promise the same results, but what I can promise is that I'm going to teach you everything that I know about it. And I'm constantly learning more. I'm constantly investing in other programs to continue to grow and learn, so I can pour that into my clients. And I'm a brand strategist, so I'm going to teach you not only how to build a YouTube channel, but also how to build your brand online and to monetize yourself on YouTube. Okay. So in the case study group, you're going to learn all about the power of story, right? Some of you are like, well, I don't know what stories to tell. But many of you tell me that you do have a story that will inspire and touch other people. And that some of you have been sitting on your stories, afraid to share it online. So we'll be working on that together. The next thing that you're going to learn about is how to gain clarity around your audience. Some of you are talking to people, but you're talking to the wrong people. And we need to get you crystal clear on that, so that your messaging is right online. Some of you don't have many views, and that's why, because you're talking, but you're not talking to the people who really need to hear it. Okay. So we're going to be focused on that. Then we're going to be looking at creating your content. This is one of the modules in the program, in the case study group, that my clients love the most. Like, they're like, we love that. That was so good. Because people get stuck here. They're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what kind of content to create. We're going to help you do that. Okay. And with ease, not where it's stressful. Many of my clients work a full-time job, right? They're not a full-time entrepreneur like myself. And they have families, they have husbands, children, and they work a full-time job creating their YouTube channels. Okay. So it is possible to do it. We want to help you do it with ease. The other thing is we're going to do is help you understand your analytics, right? So I shared with you the back end. I'll show it to you again. For those of you who are just joining us, maybe you missed it. So I will pull it up again to show you. And I usually rush through these videos, but I wanted to really take my time with it and share it with you, because I think it's so important for you to be able to see it and understand it, right? So you can see the reach. The reach to me is just incredible. And I'm, getting in front of people all over the world on YouTube, right? Most of them are US based, but some are, in other countries, other continents around the world. So this is what it looks like. This is the back end. And I'm going to show you all these different analytics. You can see, I'll show you. Let me just show you real quick. Let's see here. I can show you what that looks like. Here, let me show you. If I wanted to look at my audience, like who's in my audience? How do I know who's in my audience? I can go here and it will tell me who's in my audience. I can know what cities they're in. I can know their ages. I can know their genders. The majority of the women that I serve are over 40 years old. Let me show you. So hopefully you can see this. Let me see if it moves a little faster here. It's a little slow, but hopefully you can see it. You can see the back end. There it comes. Here it comes. Okay, so you can see I have some younger folks in my community too, but I'm a woman over 40 and I attract women over 40, right? The age range, you can see that right there. The one in red is the highest one. And that's what you'll be able to see in your own demographics. Let me just show you. If I want to see gender, right? I can see gender. I can say, I know without question that I have more women that follow my channel, that subscribe to my channel, than men, right? We love our few good men, but the majority of the people who follow my channel are women. Okay. So we can see that in the analytics. It breaks everything down. It tells you how much money YouTube is paying, how much an advertiser is paying to be on your channel. It tells you all the details. So I'm going to show you, I'll stop sharing that. I'm going to show you how to dissect that, how to really understand your numbers. And this is something new that we're doing in the case study group. And this is why we want to spend a little more time with you in the case study group. And that's because we're also going to teach you how to create your offers and how to sell them. A lot of my clients hate sales. They're so afraid of sales. They're like, no. We're not pushy people. It's none of that. It's so easy. It's just a conversation. and we'll show you how to do that with ease. Okay. So I'm hoping that this is offering the clarity. If you have questions, you can always put them in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. In summary, I was able to monetize my channel in 45 days, right? And if you're interested, you can apply. I will put a link to the application, which is perfectly free. So I suggest you do that. I can only work with so many people, and I am working with you one-on-one. I'm working with you directly to help you get the results that you seek, right? So I would suggest that this is something that you're serious about doing, that you want to do it, then go ahead and apply. And I can't guarantee that we'll end up working together, but what I can tell you is that I review every single application, and if I think it's a fit, then we'll take it from there. Maybe we'll get a chance to work together. Okay. So go ahead and fill out the application today. Get that in, and we'll go from there. That's for the new case study group. So if you're selected, then we may have an opportunity again to work together. So hopefully that was helpful. I've talked to you today about monetizing on YouTube, how people are doing it quicker, right? Where people should be focusing on the monetization via offers versus monetization via ad revenue. Let the ad revenue stack up and add up and be a cherry on top. But for you to take more control over it, you want to create offers. And I'll show you exactly how to do that based on who you are authentically, based on your expertise, based on your skill. Because I know y'all got skills based on your stories that may inspire people. Some people have said, well, Ange, do I have to be talking about weight loss to be able to do it? No, it could be anything. We'll talk about, if we decide to work together, we'll talk about where your area of expertise would lie, or what you're really passionate about teaching or talking about or helping people with. And we'll choose that versus just a trend, right? So it can be, if that's something that you want to talk about, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. All right. With that, I hope that I've answered all the questions. I talked about how I got started with it. I talked about how to make money with it. I talked about who I help with it, right? They're bold, brave, and brilliant ladies, and a few good men. But again, if you're interested, go ahead and fill out the application, and I will wrap it up there. If you do have any questions, put them in the chat, or you can reach out to me. I'll have the information here. And as always, I want you to go out there. I want you to be bold. It takes boldness to stand up and say, I'm called to serve these people, and I have a message to share. I don't care if you're a teacher, if you're a pharmaceutical salesperson, if you're an artist, it doesn't really matter. Your people are waiting for you on YouTube, right? And now is the time. So I want you to be bold. I want you to be brave, because it takes courage. It takes courage to be the leader of a community, right? It doesn't take courage just to watch. It doesn't take courage not to subscribe, right? I know a lot of you watch me and you follow me, but you haven't subscribed. So please subscribe. It does help the channel. That doesn't take courage. It does take courage to be out front and lead a community, right? And you don't have to know everything. Some of my community members teach me. They tell me things that I don't know. They're like, Ange, you need to know about this. Ange, here's this article. Ange, share this with the community, right? So that happens too. You don't need to know everything, but it does require courage to be a leader, to lead a community. And who knows? I have 2,800 people as of today, but it'll be bigger tomorrow. It'll be bigger next week. And who knows, your group you might do that in a month, right? Some people have one video and they get, all these subscribers, right? So you could be leading millions of people, right? Millions of people may stumble upon your content, and you may be the leader of them. So it takes courage to do that. And I want you to be brilliant. I want you to step into the light. I want you to stop standing in the shade. Don't dim your light. I want you to really shine, because people need that. There's not enough of us who are willing to step into the light and be vulnerable and share what we know and offer to help people that we can help. There's not enough of us. There can't be too many of people like that, right? So if you're called to do that, then I'm here to help you. And with that, go out there, be bold, be brave, and be brilliant. Love you guys. Take care, and bye for now.